Alright. Um, I realized that I had my mic unmuted. Um, everything's titled, right? Yeah, everything should be titled from yesterday. Yesterday I tried to stream, but uh, mm, apparently my Ethernet cable was really broken. I changed it because I bought one when I got my networking stuff for the new stuff that I set up for my system, and Um, yeah, it's doing good so far. I don't think I've even disconnected. I think I might be doing too much at once with the 3 streaming services, but we'll see how that goes. I should have good internet. I can, yeah, it's going good. But yeah, let's get this going. Need to make sure everything is not on testing mode. Okay. Now, I usually don't stream on Sundays personally. I usually take Sundays as a break, but I'm gonna close the window because I usually take a break on Sundays because my schedule is usually Tuesdays and Thursdays for YouTube videos and Saturdays for streams. Now, unfortunately, yesterday my stream did cut out. If you guys want to go check out my YouTube, you can go to the link. Hopefully, Nightbot is actually alive and not dead. Probably dead. Nightbot never really works for me for some reason. Okay. But yeah, so let's get into this stream. Let's just get into this. Where is that? There you go. Here we go. Nightbot showed up on YouTube before Twitch. That's interesting. That never happens. Alright. Anyways, I'll give a tour of what we've been doing for the past few parts of our stream for our Jurassic Park Japan build. So in our first part, we pretty much set up the layout of the entire build. Now it is very laggy at the moment. We are like probably like 30 FPS, almost 40 FPS, primarily because of this. We'll talk about what happened here in a second, but it's just Evolution 3 working its magic. But I pretty much set up the layout of the park, the fencing, the pathing for the tours, and just pretty much the dinosaurs that I wanted. I planned it in that first part as well. In the second part, I actually started to make the tour. So I laid down the tracks for the tour, the fencing, and the dinosaurs I started to add. Now, I only added the carnivores on this side of the map because I wanted to spend an entire part on the herbivore enclosure right here. You can see there's a lot of them. And I pretty much just started off with how many spaces are in a hatchery? 5. I started off with 15 different species in this one area, and I had them set to their max population that they come out of the hatchery with. And pretty much what happened was I just let them live their lives, breed. We have some flying reptiles as well in here, and they all made a mess, and there's like probably like 3 generations maybe. So that's a lot. It's a lot. But just so much. Like, oh my god, this is what's lagging me the most. It's crazy. I'll show a dinosaur count now in a second, but you can see the different, like, you know, ones, and they don't die because we have the unlimited lifespan on. But you can see our ecosystem going on here. Now, there are in total 249 dinosaurs in this area. There's 23 species, so that's quite a bit. um, and it's not even finished yet. We finished actually all of the enclosure area, all of the dinosaur facing area. We have a little safari lodge up here that is overlooking our valley. I did extend this out a little bit more, so it actually overhangs on the cliff. I didn't want to go further because I didn't want these pillars right here to like extend too much. I didn't want them to be. Oh, hello. There's a bug. Okay, there's a bug coming out of camera mode that ends up breaking the rebuild cam. Let me remove this one little color that's right here. Nice. But yeah, we made this Safari Lodge area, and we added a few more little buildings on the side. I didn't really focus too much on modular building in this build until I got to this little platform that I made in our last stream that overlooks their Xenosaurus enclosure. You can see them over there. It's kind of funny because if they get up close right here, this is pretty much the same level as their head. It's slightly taller, but yeah, it's it's pretty dangerous if you think about it. I wasn't going to put these guys in here, but I wanted to see if they'd have a child, which, oh, it actually is. They're actually gonna have a child. But it's gonna leave the nest in a second here. Oh, not that button. There we go. There we go. Big, big chicken. Yeah, I still haven't seen all of the juveniles for the species yet. So this is my first time seeing this guy. The eyes look horrid, like scary horrid, like they're terrifying. There's another dinosaur that has like eyes that make me want to have nightmares. I think it's the dread. No, is it the Dreadnoughtus? I think it is because the eyes look just so dead. It's like the Moza eyes, but without any. Actually, the Moza eyes just are completely like blacked out too. I don't know. But in this part, we are going to be doing our building for our main facility area. So this is probably gonna be a one-parter of this main area because I have a feeling we're only going to be able to finish one building today. Given my track record with modular building. That one over there in the Safari Lodge area, that took probably like an hour and a half, and it was just a platform, which is wild. And in the past, I've done YouTube videos where I spent 2 hours making a huge warehouse using modular building, and I made it with like animal pens and construction equipment and offices inside it. So it's a lot. But yeah, anyways, let's get into this and start building. So, let's actually lay out what we want to do for our main area for this. So I don't want to create a whole main street. I feel like, for me at least, that's a lot. That's basic. Because a lot of my builds end up usually having a main street like that. Now, I am thinking about putting my shops on this side and maybe a hotel or two on this side. But I don't. Yeah, we need at least one hotel that's beside the lodge up there. But yeah, hi Moga. Yeah, I've had an interesting week. Sorry about not posting any videos. I get this is on again. It's high. I don't want it high. A lot of my stuff changed. Oh right, I reset my computer since the last time I played this game with you guys. Let's fix that up a little bit, give us a little bit of a boost. Uh, yeah. Jurassic Park 3? Um, me too, me too. I'll try to do a showcase on that the day of. Uh, I'm just gonna have to figure out how I want to do that video because, um, yeah, I'm probably gonna end up scripting it because I have no idea what I'm going to do, and that's an upload day too, so but I'm excited for it. Now I forgot how to actually play this game, so I think I can just do it like this. Okay, click on that. Okay, nice. This should make it able to spin. Yeah, I was going into this whole thing with the zombie about the pricing of the DLC, seeing if it made sense with some other things. I was just analyzing it for no reason. Pretty much that's the only thing I was doing. But yeah, I was taking a look at the scenery pack for it, and it actually looks pretty dope. I like how they're actually adding boats. Sorry, I'm saying actually a lot, guys. I haven't done this in a hot minute. It feels like a long time since the last time, but okay. Cool. So we have some sort of pathing laid out. Again, I don't want to make this a whole main street going down this way. I feel like that's going to be too boring. So this leads to the operations area. Now maybe we can have a gate over here. We want to have the Jurassic Park feeling for it, where everything is spread out pretty much and not all together like how World would be. So, I think we should. Oh, and there's some weird stuff going with the terrain. Let me show you. This shows up when you usually do not wetland, marsh. What is it called? Wetland. Okay, it is literally called wetland. When you do wetland, scenery or terrain brushes. And this has just been here. This has been all over the map. And every time I try to flatten it, it doesn't really flatten it to the level I want to. And sometimes when you smooth it, it does smooth out. But I don't understand why that's even happening. And if I try to, like, you can get rid of some of the pieces, but you can't get rid of all of them. Like here, you can't get rid of all of this for some reason. But if I try to do it in the center, or if I try to smooth it out, let me smooth it out. Okay, never mind, this doesn't actually work either. Okay, so you can see what I'm talking about here. Really weird. Don't really know what's going on there. And if I try to mess with it, it does the terrain like dip, but you could hardly see it. So part of me just doesn't know what I really want to do with this, because if I go out of this, you can't even see the dip either. So I have no clue what's going on with it. And if I try to do any terrain stuff again, it just doesn't really. I have a feeling this might be an issue. Is it the grass? Hold on. No way. It's the grass. What? Wait, and then now all of this is clear? Wait. Okay, I was about to say, but it was the grass, no? Guys, I'm going crazy. I am like, here, let me try to delete this. I think that's the grass. Is it just wetland grass just spread out all throughout the map? I'm crazy. Yeah, what? Okay, apparently there's just wetland grass spread out the map. I had no idea that that was even a thing. As you can see it. I don't even think that's wetland grass. I think it was just okay. I have no clue. I know it's like that on some other maps, guys. I'm not crazy. I swear. Um. Yikes! Yikes! Okay. Oh, I should probably. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we have this exit. I want this exit to go here. Here we can pretty much just set this up right now. We want this to go behind here. And then we need a way for it to go through the fence, which I think right here will be okay. Because I'm pretty sure the way that the vehicles have been going through to get to this area, I'm pretty sure they've been going through the side right here, through like this gap right here. You can barely see. They've been just going through that. I'm pretty sure that's been the case. So let's just actually give them a pathway for them to go down. Now we'll modify this as time goes on, but this is just a little layout. I usually use the paintbrushes to define the areas that I want to work with. I just have a better idea of what I want to do here that I'm not doing it. Like I have a video coming out that Moga actually suggested, which was to make a like tropical paradise, tropical cliffside paradise type of build. And so, funny because I asked for a simple suggestion, but Moga over here just has to make my life so much more complicated. And now that whole series is probably gonna end up being a five-parter. So thank you. No, I'm actually not upset about that. By the way, no Main Street. Yeah, no Main Street. So I think we can do somewhat of like a garden here. I feel like that would be nice, right? We can use our moss path. I haven't used this at all. We can do some sort of garden. We don't want it to line up with this because that's going to be that's going to be hidden from everything. And I don't like how the path is snapping a little. There we go. Okay. Do you want to add that to the suggestion that you posted in the Discord? Okay. Also, if you guys aren't part of the Discord, you should totally join the Discord. It's pinned to the top of the chat. And if you're on my TikTok, you could go to my bio, and there's a link to all my socials there. Okay. Now, should we just make this pathway on this side lead to the hotels? We should. That's kind of crazy for you to say. That's not what happens. We're not baiting them like that. That's weird. Hold on, maybe we can use this a different way. Let's oh, we don't have a lot of space to work with here. Okay. Let's actually delete this. We're gonna rework this area. This is going to be elevated. Now, use the smaller brushes to actually elevate the ground. It's not going to be that tall. Let's do that. Could go 2 more down. See how that looks. Okay, that's good. All right, now I don't want it to extend past this. This is just primarily for what we're gonna put the hotels on. This pathway right here that we just placed, we're going to modify it, make it go around this area. Now we're gonna be doing something cool. We are going to be placing down water. And this water is going to become a waterfall, and it's going to like kind of extend over here a little bit more. Kind of just creating a little pond. And then we're going to build our hotel on top of the water over here. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see how this turns out because the water brush is larger than I'd like it to be, but it's okay because we can do something like this. And then we can possibly even bring this back a bit. Okay, this will be where the path is for the cow. So let's build this up a bit more. I don't know how this is going to go. We will probably change that later on. Let's just connect the pathway. This is probably going to just curve down and then connect to the main path. And then let's work off of that. Okay, let's just do that. This side, we're going to be putting rocks. We're going to hide the pathway up to it. We're not going to do anything special with that unless I randomly change my mind in 2 streams from now. Because I have a feeling that we will be working on this still. Not the hotel, but the, or maybe the hotel. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for today. I'm just kind of just laying out this whole area. So for the next few streams, we're going to be getting what? Episode 5, episode 6, and they're all going to be probably titled the same thing, just different thumbnails, which is probably not a good idea, but it's okay. I'll probably change the titles after. It's weird because for YouTube, if you want to stream on YouTube, you should put a thumbnail if you're not going to be doing a vertical stream. Well, that means you have to create your thumbnail before you actually start the stream. And oh wait, I realized that we didn't actually terraform this. So I had to be like, oh, what am I gonna work on today? And so I spent honestly almost an hour just trying to think about what I'd be working on in certain builds like this one. This one has actually been a little straightforward, which I'm thankful for. A lot of the time it's not like that. Like when we do our Jurassic World remake, whenever that comes out. That's straightforward, but that's not gonna be a parter. That's gonna be the entire remake build. But yeah, like Imogo's suggestion, right? I have no idea what the parts are gonna look like for that, because it's definitely gonna be a parter. That's not the right brush, and we want to get rid of all because that's, yeah. All right, let's do this. Hide this path. Okay. Yeah, I took a bit of a break. It felt nice. It was a lot. It was a lot better than that I thought it was going to be. It was the holidays. Like Thanksgiving for me. So I just said, you know what? My computer's broken. I need a break. I'm taking a break, and I didn't look back. Uh, but I got some recording done then for builds that we're probably not gonna see for like another month or so, but it's good. Put a orange tree down, okay, or we're just gonna put shrubbery down because that's the only thing it wants to place here. Let's try this. There we go. Perfect. Let's do down this side a little bit more. Okay, not the right tool. And let's kind of surround it. Here, I didn't actually know that this was here. Do I need that there? I don't think I need that there. Let's remove that. It makes sense why I'd remove that though, because the vehicles are right here. This section might change too though, so I'm gonna commit to it and just remove that. All right, let's go to scenery, go to our rocks. I like using these rocks as a base so we can kind of create the sides of cliffs to an extent, obviously, and then we can just continue working with them. We don't like to use the same side too many times, but if it's gonna show up like that, we might just need to it's not gonna work there. This will probably work right here though. No, it's not. Let's see what we can do. We don't want to hide it too much. We do want to put rocks on this waterfall though. Let's change this to actually be on this side. And bring this down maybe? Okay, no. That'll work. Okay. Now let's see if we want to scale maybe a rock or two, because this one would look nice here. I just don't want it to be this large. So let's actually just try to scale it a bit. Because we can use this as our side of the waterfall. I remember when Evolution 2 and like showed the rotation tools and stuff. Not the rotation tools, the fact that you can rotate like stuff to an extent. I was compared to this, it's crazy. Compared to this, it's crazy. Let's bring this down. Now we can use this rock to kind of level out the terrain a bit on the side. We can probably do it more than once. Let's see. Okay. Another. Okay, we probably want to bring this in a little bit. And then, boom. Okay, cool. Let's take this. I don't think we actually need this here. I think we're good here. Alright. Now let's take care of the sides of the waterfall. Bring this down. Bring this one down. Alright. This is a flat piece. Let's use this to fix some of our terrain issues that we have going on here. We can kind of build a piece that overlooks the cliff side. Okay. I think we should be good. I don't think we need to detail that much because we're just gonna put trees on the end of this anyways. Yeah, this one would work here. We have to think about how this would be placed though in comparison with the other waterfalls, because we can kind of hide the water to make it look like it's going around it, or we can just dig it in a bit and just think this. Here, see if I can do this. Okay. Only issue is that piece that's hanging off right here. I don't really like it. So maybe we could put it underneath the water. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Is if you tone the wall, why would you use the actual gate? That makes a lot of sense. I'm not smart. Okay. Nice. Right. Now we want to build. Oh, this actually might go well. Let's place that down and rotate it. Let's do the side. Okay. Into the side of the mountain. All right. This is going to be interesting though, because when we... Oh, nope, I didn't want to do that. You smell like cheese. When we place down the other rocks, they're just pretty much going to take the place of this. Yeah, it's gonna look weird, but this is how it's probably gonna work the best for us here. Let's bring this to the side more. Nope. Oh, okay. Dev, what are we doing for stream tonight? Playing some CS? Backrooms? Stu said he might be on tonight.
We are pleased to welcome an ornithomimus to the park.
Do I want this here? I don't know if I want this here. I like this for this waterfall on the side, kind of hide it a little bit more. Might, yeah, might. No, no one's worse than you. Hope there's a pack with only non-dino swamp animals. That would be nice. That would be cool. That's something I've been wanting since, I mean, the first game. Uh, I want my giant snake. Yeah. Um, I'm honestly just building a waterfall that is the extent to what's going on here. Okay, that looks disgusting. I don't like that one. Oh yeah. I'd be careful with for some reason Nightbot on Twitch doesn't like anything, but Nightbot on YouTube likes everything. So, you know, that's interesting. But yeah, it's a pond with another pond, and it's a waterfall going from a pond to a pond. I know that doesn't make any sense. You should take a look at some of my other waterfalls going on. So this comes from nowhere, but it exits here. This comes from here, but it goes down here, all the way through here, and then you have another little waterfall coming from up here, which is another water source. And you know, it doesn't make sense. It isn't logical. I actually was talking about this a while ago, in like the first stream when I was setting it up, because it doesn't make sense to me at all. Anyway, same thing with this waterfall going down here. Yeah. But Devin, I do have something to show you. This is hold on. What is it called again? Lystra. Lystra. I'm not alphabetically correct. Element OP. There you go. Devin, this is what you look like. Okay. Anyways. Right, we're fixing this. So okay, let's add this piece here. Do I have a metro? Like a train? Does that work? I think we bring this down more. You're modded on my Twitch, right? Are you not a mod on my Twitch? Wait. Oh, right. I got rid of everyone. There you go. Yeah, when I used my Prime on your stream last night, I wasn't sure if it actually worked because it didn't give me a banner. So I was really confused, and I had to like double check like 3 times. Oh, um, I don't think we have. I don't think we have that. No. I was gonna add it, but then someone, Allo, um, one of my mods said that I need to add an Allosaurus instead, so I did that. Probably a bad mistake, but you know. You're fluent in cat. I'm not gonna say it. I can't say it. Oh, let's not add another one there. All right. I think that's a good base for now. This is gonna be interesting what we do here. Let's take this brush and actually start adding rocks. Okay, that does not look good. I don't like that at all. I think our rocks look better than that. Let's see what happens if I place... Okay, let's, okay. No. No. That one works. Okay. We like those ones, not that big one. Okay, and then you just want to show up again. Speaking of that, I actually have no shelters in this place, so, you know, everyone's kind of screwed. Honestly, this is looking kind of good. I hate that rock up there. Is that one that's placed by the brush? Yeah, that is one that's placed by the brush. There you go. I actually like how this looks. Alright. Now let's add some of these. Oh, there you go. I hate how this brush doesn't give us decent trees unless you're actually maximizing the radius and stuff. There we go. Is that in the rock? That's fine. Okay, we can possibly get rid of those. I actually, I was playing Subnautica 2 on my channel. Not Subnautica 2, sorry. Subnautica Below Zero on my channel. I almost. Hold on. On my channel, before Evolution 3 came out. There we go. Those are the right numbers. And I want to play all of them again before Subnautica 2 comes out, because I'm going to force Devin and Zombie and maybe Stu to play. Yeah, that'll be fun. So, you know, Nightmare Sea Monsters. That's gonna be fun. And Devin complaining for 6 hours straight why she's motion sickness. But, you know, it's all good. But yeah, that comes out what? Quarter 1 of next year? So like pretty much soon. Which means I have to start playing those games again. But I'll be playing those on my Twitch and not my YouTube this time around, because I want to isolate my YouTube channel to be mainly evolution and dinosaur content. I'll probably be streaming on TikTok, to be honest. Maybe. I just won't keep the VOD if that's the case. Wait, wait. I have to keep the VOD on YouTube in order to actually have it. I'd probably just make it unlisted and then add it to a playlist and make that playlist public. Yeah, I think that's the case. Okay, cute little waterfall going on here, which is nice. Let's see if we can add more trees here. I think that looks like it's behind the rocks, so that's okay. This, though, is gonna annoy me. That's good, too. All right, so we have a pathway right here. You can see the guy walking on it. Mossy bricks or whatever. We're gonna build a hotel here. Now, I should have probably done that before I actually laid down the waterfall. That's... See, actually, if I can do that. Let's take a hotel. We're gonna use our... This, I think you click on that, or you click on custom design. Okay. Wow, that's large. Wait, what? Can I not make a hotel that's like... Wait, I had to check something real quick. Oh, the building's underneath this one. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we want the small one then, because there's no way we're fitting the entire building. Okay, and I think we just would make this here, and then we'd extend it out this way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Brachiosaurus to the park.
Add this. We're gonna put the water back in a second. But we're going to add this, and then we're gonna build off of it. Hold on. I wish the water tool became smaller. Here we go. The waterfall. There we go. Let's see if that works. Oh, that's actually funny that you say that. Someone made a McDonald's. Okay, boom. We're replacing that here. I'll show you the McDonald's. Someone made the McDonald's. I saw it like the first week of this game, and I had to get it. Nope, that is Main Street. Is it a... What's a restaurant building? Here we go. Someone made a McDonald's. Who made it? Let's actually see who made it. That's a crazy name. Yeah, so they made a McDonald's. That's a nice looking restaurant. Oh, did I break it? Okay, there you go. The workshop likes to break. Bro, Dev, they oh, I deleted the entire building on the inside. They should I think we should just I should just start exporting CS maps into this game. Easy. Okay, so this is where the hotel is going to be. Let's see how much we can add to this. Now, the way this works is if I want to edit the group, I can edit the group. Go to the scenery items, and the issue with the water not going around the building, we can easily fix it. by adding floors. And I believe the wood is second from last. Since we're doing Jurassic Park thing, we're going to be using a lot of the wood and thatch. So we can just honestly just start building out like that. And we can have it like go over the water. And we can do piping and stuff. Okay, I'll show how it actually looks. Like this. So you can have like it go over the edge and you can start building like poles and stuff to hold it up. But there's gonna be a T-Rex with an op down mid. The babies. Look at the babies. I'm pretty sure if you jump, you'd break your head and then you end up getting picked apart by... Is this where the compies are? Yeah, you get picked apart by the compies.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Sinoceratops to the park.
Of course you would. So would I overzealous child. But yeah, this is my favorite part because the water actually looks like it's going down and like drying out a bit. But, yeah. Honestly, yeah, kind of naked kangaroos. That's what they look like. It's a lot of dinosaurs. Ricky? It's not like it's gonna matter. Yeah. Okay, so that's where the hotel is gonna be. Right here, I was originally gonna do a pond, but now it just doesn't make sense to do a pond anymore. We can probably do like a... We can do like a marsh. Put some dirty bog water down. Right. I don't think that's gonna be a good thing to do. Yeah, let's not do that. Hold on. Where is the sand? There it is. Use sand instead of the rocks. And then we can put sand over here. Make this go underneath the cliffside right here. Okay. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Yeah, yesterday I woke up at... No, Friday I woke up at 3 because I had a meeting at 7. Now I know the timing doesn't really make sense there, but to me at the time it made sense. Okay, we can just do like a little thing with that. What we want is just a picture view of the... of this. That's honestly what we want from this. Hello, camera. There we go. All right. And so small hotel is going to be over here. I think this one's a large one over here. Yeah. And so what we can do now is we can do something here. I don't know what we would want to do here, but we can do a path from here to here. Now, I have no clue what I'd put here. Maybe I'll have an idea at the end of stream, but as of right now, I don't really have an idea there.
We are pleased to welcome Stegosaurus to the park.
So we do need shelters and restrooms, so let's think about where we want to put those. This is a shelter, I believe, right? So honestly, the shelter, we can hide the shelter over here. Okay. Let's put the restroom down. The restroom. Maybe we want to put down our restaurants first. Oh, what do the large ones look like? Are the large ones too? Actually, the large ones would... I think we can take another path.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Compsognathus to the park.
I think they're adding a copy and paste for the path in the next update, if I remember correctly. Okay, so this is for the lines of between. I don't like the darker path. This is the ends, right? Yeah, some colors don't work, some colors do. We're gonna be staying on like this side of the... So it's not even gonna matter. Okay, I think that looks good. All right. So let's... Oh, right. It applies only for the small one. Okay. That's okay. Because... That's actually not okay, because that's not what I want to do. Let's accept that one. I forgot how we do this. Okay, there we go. Let's just take these and then just save them. And then change it to this. This one, I believe, was this option. This one was this option. And this one was this option. If I'm correct. Hello, Mr. Kool-Aid. I think I remember you. It's been a while. If you're the person I'm thinking about. So we want to bring this out a bit more. Wait, do we want it to connect to here? I think for consistency, I think we do want it to connect to there. Okay. Where's this gonna go? I didn't really plan that part out. Let's place down the large shops. So we're gonna try to
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome
make
a
this
concatenator to the
all
park.
together. So that was a shop, right? That was a drink shop, actually. Okay. Okay, then let's try to. Why is this at a different angle than that? Wait. Oh, I see. What the hell? Let's fix that. That's gonna bug me a lot. Okay. Now, how do I add multiple buildings into one? Is it only for blueprints? Because I want one there. I want another next to it. So this ends there. I'd want to probably make this nearby, like so. Okay. And then I'd want another one probably somewhere right here. I don't want to put it too close together. And then in the center here, I was thinking we can add our restroom. Okay, never mind. We need more space for that. Hold on. Take that. Put this over here more. This place is done first. Okay. We want this kind of back here, so let's put this back here more. And then we'll take this one. We're gonna have to move these pieces eventually. When we what the hell? Interesting. Oh, is it because of the path? I don't know. Let's just try to place them again. We're probably gonna have to move this eventually because of the grid system that we're gonna have. We don't want some of the walls and stuff to overlap the other buildings. We're gonna build this like one by one as time goes on. Obviously, we're probably not gonna get to that in this stream because again, this will probably take me one stream entirely. The hotel too. So a lot of these are gonna take one stream entirely. I'm going to keep these two the same. I don't really want to mess with these two. Because they are pretty much set there. We have the tour going through the park. I know we can just cut it off, but our alternate case is we end this tour right here, pretty much attach it to this building, and just have it come through here. It would be sick if we added a garage here and make it like seem like it goes to the building, but I was thinking about
Ladies and
adding
gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a
ponds and stuff.
Parasaurolophus to the park.
Hello, Soyona. Let's bring this down more. Okay. Water. Have this go through here, come through here. So okay. Let's see how our vehicles go. It might be. Go, go, go. There we go. How's this? Bring this down. I want the water to go through here. Right. Oh, that's what I need to add to the other pond. The lily pads. There we go. Okay. Honestly, we can add another enclosure right here. I think we might do that. I don't want to overuse the cherry blossoms, but I don't think I pretty much did. A lot of them are over here, but they're more over here. I specifically made this with cherry blossoms more because it's a long path from the end of this enclosure all the way down to here, and I just felt empty without it. Cool. I don't know where this is going to go. Honestly, let's bring this down from here. Oh, we have to actually cross the path like that? I don't like that. I'd rather... Here, let's just add this right here then. Here. Nice. just probably just hide this background. Again, a lot of this will probably end up turning into something else because of these buildings right here. These are probably going to be like, it's going to look like a thatched shopping center. Not too large though. It's not going to be taller than the visitor center. The visitor center also has like a height difference from the base of the actual building to the front doors level, which is nice because I'm pretty sure these buildings are one size. But most of this is going to be as 2 floors, but it won't even reach that high. It's, yeah, it's not even going to be that high. Right? We could unpause it. I don't really want to add any pathways to it. Not yet, at least. This center part right here, I was going to put these here, but you can already see what's going on. It's only putting down a little bit, and I'd rather it not even do that. So I might just take some, ooh. I might just take some of our either path or our sand or rock and place it here. You could probably add some path to it. I don't know what's the distance that we can add, because that looks weird too. Try greeting you in Spanish. Hola. I don't know. We don't have a lot here. I don't want to just leave it grass, but at the same time, we can hardly fit anything in here. At least for this side. Maybe we can get rid of this on this side. Well, let's see how that looks. Because with that, we can bring this out more this way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Stegosaurus to the park.
Right? Keeping this as dirt. I don't know. Here, let's take a look at the seating items that we can place down here. Because you have all of these dynamic or vegetation, but I don't think we're going to be doing anything dynamic. Let's see if we have... What types of trees do we have that we can place? Because if we can just place these individual trees and just make it like seem like it's filling in this area, we'll be okay. I will be honest with you guys, I kind of forgot that this was actually something we can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Compsognathus to the park.
They're giving you a full conversation in Spanish. I understand it to an extent, but not speaking wise. I want to add another dinosaur enclosure here. This stream has been only going on for an hour and 15 minutes. I don't think we want the exit to be like this. I want this to be. Hold on. I think I'm gonna put one of the new dinosaurs here in the DLC. Okay. What goes here? I don't know what I want to go here. You could honestly make a maintenance building here. I don't know. Maybe we can do like a fake little Camp Cretaceous, like Jurassic Park version or something.
Ladies and
Obviously not with the
gentlemen,
treehouse
we
and
are
stuff,
pleased
but
to
like
welcome a Mamenchisaurus to the park.
you can try something. That'd be cool. I wish we had access to the side of the cliff here though, so we can make a dock. But I think maybe a helicopter pad, a landing pad, might be good. I don't know. But I don't think I'll be able to start a building today and finish it on stream. So I think I might end it early. But in our next stream, let's go ahead and try to make the hotel. We can make the hotel, have it go on, and make it that it kind of just goes over the water right here. And then probably the stream after will probably take 1 or 2 more. The next stream, so the stream in 2 weeks might be like around 3 hours long, 4 hours long, just so we can finish all of this at once over here. And then we can probably work on the emergency shelter and the campsite area in one go as well. But and then after that we have our operations center. So yeah. That is a lot of people. Yeah. Hold on, let me get a message going. Okay, here we go. Let me put this in the YouTube chat. Hey guys, thank you guys for joining today. I'll see you guys in the next one, next week. We're gonna have a video on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you guys aren't a part of it, join the YouTube by either, if you're on TikTok, go to my profile and click the bio to see all my videos on Jurassic World Evolution 3 and Evolution 2 and Evolution 1. And if you guys are on my YouTube or Twitch, you guys can check me out there too. I accidentally did it twice. They're pinned as well. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys next week.